Same-sex love and female stereotypes. First of all, homosexuality is not a disease. I see a very strange phenomenon. On the internet, people say there is no homophobia, but when homosexuals appear around, they are always derided. In the back, pointing out, who is gay, who is having sex with whom, and always looks disgusting. Like some people say they are never patriarchal, but his behavior is always patriarchal. This makes me feel like there are some boundaries. But homosexuality is a minority anyway. Many people find it difficult to understand is normal, and do not expect everyone to understand. I love this quote: even though I can't understand it, I will always respect homosexuals. Although I don't understand why they want to do this, I will respect them. Because they know that receiving wishes from others is a luxury, not being discriminated against is good. There is a passage written on the internet that fills me with sympathy. There are two seniors in our school who are in love. I usually go to the cafeteria or playground and can see these two seniors being very intimate. They both touch their heads and hug their waists, doing what lovers do. In my eyes, everything is normal, but some people at school always call them gay, disgusting gay, and other words to describe them. I sound really nasty. What if they're gay? They don't do anything to harm other people. Yes, they clearly did nothing, so why look down on them? Someone will say, who said brazen, gay, and still likes to brag? But what's wrong with this? People's judgments about homosexuality have never been fair, or to say the majority of people's eyes are difficult to understand. If not, why are so few gay people speaking out? After all, it's also because there are too many prejudices. I've watched a few chats on the internet and I'm really heartbroken. Do you know homosexuality? I don't know, but it sounds disgusting. I am a lesbian. Why are you so disgusting that you still like gay people? I want to marry her. Is your brain sick? Homosexuality is about to become legal. How can it be legal? Disgusting. We can hardly imagine that some people would use these words to describe homosexuality, but the percentage is actually quite large. It seems many of us are calling for the legality of homosexuality, but these voices are only a small number, and it is those who do not speak up that are mainstream. Wanting to improve views on homosexuality is difficult to rely on some people's calls. Spreading knowledge about homosexuality will be more helpful for people to understand what homosexuality is. I really like the saying, all stubbornness is due to not understanding. This sentence makes a lot of sense. Only when we understand things well can we be tolerant, instead of looking at the outside and receiving 2 words of disgust. Many irrational human behaviors often stem from ignorance. Only when they understand each other can they tolerate each other. How would they feel if their parents knew that they were gay? Someone did an interview and one of the moms said, if you're gay, the best way between us is to go to court to cancel the mother-daughter relationship. Honestly, the saddest barrier for homosexuality is parents. The rumors of others are tolerable, but parents are not. Many people have tried to tell their parents about this, but most of the response they get is, you're sick. Nausea. Don't say you're my daughter, son. I have some readers come to me and say to me, what if my family doesn't support me to like gay people? They say a lot of things to make me feel ashamed. For these issues, I can't do anything but support and comfort them. Because of the stubborn mindset of parents, it is difficult for us to convince just by telling. The thought that is passed down from generation to generation, giving birth to children to continue the lineage, has been deeply ingrained in our minds. If someone dares to violate it, they will be labeled with the word Great Rebellion. According to our stereotype, sex can only happen between the 2 sexes. If it is the same sex, it violates the laws of nature. We seem to consider sex as exclusive to both sexes. Only the opposite sex is considered a normal sexual relationship. But in fact, as long as 2 people have love, regardless of the same or opposite sex, it is allowed. Truong Quoc Vinh once said, men are good, women are also good, just like it. Scientific studies also confirm that homosexuality is one of the natural manifestations of human sexual desire. Homosexual orientation is the same as heterosexuality and bisexuality, and it does not cause any problems. Psychological harm. Since it's harmless, what's the problem? MV difference, so what? By Tai Wai Lam records the true story of a couple. The two women shared a bed for more than 30 years, being lovers as well as family, but society could not recognize them. Once, the other person had to go to the hospital for surgery and must have the signature of a family member to be able to perform the operation. When the doctor asked about the relationship between the patient and her, she said without hesitation, "We are friends, good friends." She knows homosexuality isn't legal, they don't have a relationship by law, so she can only say, "We're just friends." Homosexuality is illegal, which means that they will not be entitled to the same legal regimes as husband and wife, facing inconvenience in all aspects of society in the future. If it is not recognized by law, then in the case of sudden illness or a car accident, in a situation where only the loved one is present, the victim is likely to miss the best moment of emergency. The other person can only stand by and watch the person they love die, can only wait for the lover's family to arrive, because the law does not recognize homosexuality. It's really cruel, but that's not all. It's really hard to adopt a gay man. If a gay person reveals his or her sexual orientation, he will probably lose some friends and lose his job. It is even possible to be asked by parents to see a psychologist. Even worse, someone is even treated as a patient by the doctor and treated with electric shock therapy. If homosexuality is truly considered a disease, how many people will be injured? According to statistics, 30% to 35% of homosexuals have had suicidal thoughts, 9% to 13% have ever attempted suicide, 67% of people feel extremely lonely, and 63% of people feel pressure. More than half of people feel pain, seriously affecting their life and work, because they are not understood. Gay people are not only not allowed by the above policy, but also psychologically overwhelmed. Many gay readers have talked to me. I find that they all have a very significant feature, which is too much self-blame. When chatting with me, they are blaming themselves. Almost all of these people are depressed, live in anxiety every day, but they always hope that their parents can accept their sexual orientation. As gay people, they know very well that it is their parents who hurt them the most. Homosexuality is not a disease, it is just a normal emotional need. But before that, I hope you don't judge them even if you don't understand, you just have to respect them. Gay people shouldn't blame themselves either. Homosexuality is not shameful, but this society needs time to be tolerant. Be patient and wait. Homosexuality is legal, to be honest. I don't know when it will come. But I believe that as more people understand and support homosexuality, legality will probably come sooner.